Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into the ultimate home protection battle. We're looking at a topic literally every single homeowner or renter dreads: water damage. We're going to stack up the high-tech Moen Flo system against your tried-and-true traditional leak detectors, just to see which corner of the ring you really belong in.
Because let's be real, water leaks are one of the absolute most common causes of costly home damage. It's a universal fear, right? You walk into your kitchen or maybe you head down to the basement and suddenly your socks get wet. Ugh, that sinking feeling hits you instantly. Now, while we all know we need protection from this total nightmare, the way we actually go about protecting ourselves is changing rapidly. So, this brings us directly to our central question for today. Is a premium smart water system actually worth the extra cost? I mean, you can run to the hardware store right now and buy a cheap plastic sensor for just a few bucks. But whole home smart systems, like the Moen Flo, cost significantly more upfront. So let's break down if that hefty price tag is totally justified or if it's kind of just flashy tech you don't really need.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, Traditional Leak Detectors, the practical baseline.
So before we look at the high-tech stuff, we really have to understand the foundation of home water security. These are those little pucks or boxes you typically find living quietly under sinks, maybe tucked next to the water heater, or shoved behind a toilet. And the mechanics here are beautifully simple. They detect moisture directly at the sensor. The very second water bridges the metal contacts on the bottom, boom, they sound an audible alarm, which is usually a really loud, super annoying beep. Now, while some newer models might send a basic network notification to your phone, their primary job is literally just to scream for help. They offer a fantastic, low-cost layer of protection for a few specific high-risk spots. And the best part? No complex wiring or subscriptions required.
Moving on to Section 2, the Moen Flo Advantage, elevating home protection.
But what happens when you want more than just a beeping box? Well, this is where we enter the realm of smart water awareness. This isn't just an alarm, folks. It's an entirely different philosophy on how to protect your property. A smart system is designed to track events, receive notifications, and, this is absolutely crucial, take action to limit damage early rather than simply alerting you after the fact. It takes your home's plumbing from a reactive system to a highly proactive damage mitigation tool. Basically, it's not just telling you there's a puddle, it's actively working to stop that puddle from turning into a lake.
And the absolute crux of this argument comes down to one single thing: reducing the time between when a leak starts and when you respond. Because in the world of plumbing, response speed is literally everything. Think about it. A leak that's detected instantly but isn't stopped for 3 hours is still a total disaster. The whole goal of a premium system is shrinking that response window down to almost zero.
When we put these two philosophies side by side, the functional divide is super obvious. Traditional detectors? They're independent workers focused on basic, localized audible alarms. The Moen Flo, on the other hand, focuses on a unified platform, remote awareness, and actionable smart alerts. It's kind of like the difference between a smoke detector that just beeps and a smart fire system that actually calls the fire department and turns on the sprinklers for you.
Okay, let's get into Section 3, Analyzing the Cost Trade-offs, Sensors versus Platform.
Of course, all this amazing smart technology comes at a price, and deciding between the two really depends heavily on your specific financial situation and your home's layout. As you'll see here, traditional detectors are incredibly cheap on a per-location basis because they're standalone independent alarms. Moen Flo, however, demands a larger upfront investment because you're buying into a unified smart home platform. So if you just need to watch a handful of known trouble areas, like that one weird pipe under your guest sink, cheap sensors make absolute financial sense. But if you require rapid remote action across your whole house, the premium system's value becomes incredibly clear.
This brings us to Section 4, real-world scenarios, when the premium pays off. To really understand that premium value, we gotta look at the exact real-world situations where a cheap audible alarm will completely and totally fail you. We're talking vacations and travel, long workdays away from the house, or even multiple floors where hearing an alarm just isn't reliable. I mean, think about it. A loud beep is absolutely useless if you're 3 states away sitting on a beach, or if you're stuck in back-to-back meetings at the office. Or heck, even if you're just fast asleep on the 3rd floor while your basement is actively flooding. These are the moments where response delays happen, and it's exactly where a smart system truly flexes its muscles. And here's why those delays matter so much. Hidden damage to drywall, subfloors, and cabinetry often costs way more than the detector itself. It is so easy to look at the upfront price of a premium smart water system and balk at it. But contrast that price against the catastrophic hidden costs of water just spreading unnoticed while you're stuck at work. I'm telling you, ripping out moldy drywall and replacing warped custom cabinetry will make the cost of a Moen Flo look like pocket change.
But hey, beyond just avoiding catastrophic damage, there's a massive lifestyle benefit here too. For those of us who absolutely hate having like 6 different apps on our phones just to manage the house, a unified platform reduces setup friction and confusion. Managing all your detection and communications in one single place removes a ton of tech headaches. You don't have to worry about mixing multiple brands and alarm types. The whole shebang just works seamlessly right there in the background.
All right, let's wrap things up with Section 5, making your final decision, what to ask before you buy.
First off, let's be super clear. Traditional detectors remain a highly practical, cost-effective baseline. If you live in a small, single-story apartment where you can literally hear a pin drop in the bathroom from the kitchen, and you really just want to monitor your hot water heater, you don't necessarily need to go out and spend hundreds of dollars. Traditional sensors are still excellent, highly sensible choices for smaller spaces with just a few key points of concern.
On the flip side, the Moen Flo is easily justified if you want a faster response, stronger remote awareness, and absolutely zero missed alarms while traveling. If you travel frequently for work, if you have a sprawling multi-story home, or if you simply value the absolute certainty that your home is monitoring itself while you're away, this is your ideal choice for sure. You're really paying for that remote, integrated smart home peace of mind.
So how do you finally choose? Well, you need to ask yourself 3 crucial questions about your coverage needs. Number 1, how many locations do you actually want to monitor? Is it just a couple of spots or the whole entire house? Number 2, be honest with yourself here. Can you reliably hear traditional alarms from everywhere in your home? And number 3, which is probably the most critical one, are you prepared to shut off the water quickly when alerted? Like, if you get a basic alert on your phone while you're standing in line at the grocery store, can you magically teleport home to turn the valve? Probably not.
So I want to leave you with one final thought-provoking question. Does your current setup give you whole home confidence? When you lock your front door and head out for a week-long vacation, do you feel a lingering anxiety, or do you have total, absolute confidence that your home can protect itself? Reflect on your own home security strategy. Use the questions we just discussed, and you'll know exactly which system is right for you. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.